World in 2022. Major events that struck the world. War. Economic crisis. 1. War. Russia-Ukraine war. Since February 2014, Russia and Russian rebels in Ukraine and Ukraine have been at war with each other. On February 24, 2022, Russia launched a full-scale assault on Ukraine. After the Revolution of Dignity in Ukraine, Russia took over Crimea and helped pro-Russian rebels in the war in Donbass. The first 8 years of the conflict were marked by naval battles, cyber warfare, and a rise in political tensions. As of December 26, 2022, the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, OHCHR, confirmed that Russia's invasion of Ukraine had killed 6,884 civilians, 428 were children. In addition, 10,947 people were injured. 2. Sri Lanka. Economic crisis. The economy had crumbled, leaving people unable to pay for necessities, according to remarks made in Parliament by the then Prime Minister, Ranil Wickremesinghe, in June 2022. Sri Lanka's national debt peaked at $86.61 billion, a total of $86.61 billion United States dollars. Anti-government protesters have demanded the resignations of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and his brother, Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, since early April. 3. Iran. Iranian women protest. Mahsa Amini, 22, was arrested for improperly wearing her hijab. She was held in prison by Iranian moral police, where she was beaten into a coma. She died 3 days later, on September 16, 2022. Since then, protests in support of Mahsa Amini have erupted. Women have been fighting against mandatory dress codes for decades, and now they are openly defying them as a form of protest by just going about their lives without the hijab. Even though the dress code is the most obvious way they are treated differently, it is only one part of the systemic discrimination they face. United Kingdom crisis. 4. Death of Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth II, who ruled the UK for 70 years, died at Balmoral at the age of 96. She was the monarch who ruled the country the longest. On Thursday, September 8, 2022, in the late afternoon, she passed away quietly at her Scottish estate. According to a former royal security officer, Queen Elizabeth's funeral would likely cost over $7.5 million, making it the most costly one-day event in British history. 5. Liz Truss. After the death of Queen Elizabeth II, Liz Truss served as Prime Minister from September 6, 2022, to October 25, 2022. On her 45th day in office, Truss announced her intention to step down as Prime Minister and as leader of the Conservative Party, stating that, "Given the situation, I cannot deliver the mandate on which I was elected by the Conservative Party. In light of the current circumstances." 6. Rishi Sunak. First Indian origin. Rishi Sunak became Britain's first Indian origin Prime Minister after meeting with King Charles III. British politician Rishi Sunak has held the position of Prime Minister of the United Kingdom and leader of the Conservative Party since October 20, 2022. The former Hindu Chancellor of the Exchequer, who is 42 years old, is the youngest British Prime Minister in 210 years. He is also Britain's first Hindu Prime Minister. COVID-19. 7. China. Shanghai COVID-19 outbreak. Shanghai, China, saw a COVID-19 outbreak from February 28 to August 7, 2022. The outbreak, which was the worst in Shanghai since the pandemic began, was caused by the Omicron variant. Authorities responded with mass COVID-19 testing and a rigorous lockdown of the city to uphold China's zero-COVID policy, the latter being the largest since Hubei in early 2020. COVID-19 spread to Beijing, Guangdong, and Hunan after the outbreak, which hurt the economy and society of Shanghai. Business economy. 8. Elon Musk. Takeover Twitter. Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, bought Twitter for $44 billion, £38.1 billion, on October 27, 2022. Mr. Musk tweeted, "The bird is freed," and later said, "Let the good times roll." This comes after months of back and forth, lawsuits, verbal attacks, and the close call of a full-blown trial. On the second day, October 28, 4 top Twitter executives, including the chief executive officer and chief financial officer, were sacked on Thursday. 9. Cryptocurrency. Bankruptcy of FTX. FTX was one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in the world. FTX filed for bankruptcy on November 11, 2022, after a surge of customer withdrawals earlier in the month. Then CEO Bankman-Fried said that the company didn't have enough assets in reserve to meet customer demand. The crypto exchange collapsed after it came to light that Alameda had been using FTX customer assets to cover trading losses. The owners of the company could really run free rein between all of FTX International, FTX US, and Alameda Research's assets, Ray testified. Sports. 10. Qatar World Cups 2022. Argentina are world champions for the third time after a heart-stopping final at FIFA World Cup 2022 in Qatar. Argentina vs France 3-3, 4-2. This win made Lionel Scaloni the youngest manager to win FIFA at the age of 44 years. Argentina has won 3 World Cups, in 1978, 1986, and 2022. This makes them one of the most successful teams in the tournament's history.